It has been 600 days since my last episode of Learning to Build. That was also episode number 2, so you can say we're very consistent here. All jokes aside, I'm going to try and build a tree today because that was the top comment on the last video. But before we even think about building, we do need some tools. Most of this came from the ocean. It's just the best place to gear up. It was also nice because I spotted this beautiful mountain area to build the tree. In the past 2 videos, the first thing I did was speedrun the game to get end city loot. I wanted to focus more on building this time, so I just went mining for a couple of diamond tools. You know, I'm not gonna go as low as iron tools, but I was pretty confident about building the tree in this little plain section here until I went to the top of a mountain for some more obsidian and saw this view. Isn't that amazing? So I started prepping the area. You know, all the usual stuff, mowing the lawn, setting up a base camp, a portal to the underworld, and most importantly, the first bit of decoration of the video. I did this almost entirely to get levels. You know, diamond tools are okay, but efficiency is much better. I actually got enough leather for 3 bookshelves thinking, oh, I'll get better enchantments. Maybe I'll get efficiency 2 or something. No, it did absolutely nothing. I did have some tools by this point, so I figured I should probably start prepping the area. I wanted to take off a layer of dirt, not only to get dirt blocks for scaffolding, but also to make it a little bit more clear. I started mining in this kind of weird pattern, just doing a whole bunch of strips around the place with the idea to have grass grow while I'm mining the layer, so the grass would just grow more evenly, and it actually worked really well. I did go to the nether to get some netherrack to make these viewing looking things. I figured it'd be good to look at the tree as I'm building it, and I don't have creative or anything. Should probably be about this thick. And then maybe like, what do you call them? The roots. The roots can come out like this. In terms of height, I was very uncertain what it should be. I know from past experience, it's very easy to make a trunk too big and not spend as much time on the leaves. So getting the proportions right would take time. Oh, frick. I was trying to get a view. Maybe like another 12 blocks up. I built 2 mock-up lines for the shape of the leaves. Definitely a good call. The left one was way off. How's this looking? Looks like I died. It was about now that I realized I was gonna need a lot of copper, and the best place, I think, to get copper is trial chambers. So I did a little bit of goofing around with my pie chart to find this very convenient trial chamber. I dug down with doors so that I have a water entrance up and down. I actually slotted in perfectly. I'm gonna need a better pickaxe than this. Yeah, if the primary building block is gonna be copper, I'm not settling for efficiency 2, so I decided to just beat the game real quick. I know, I was trying to avoid it, but what can I say? I'm a speedrunner, and it'd be a good place to get good tools. Conveniently, my spawn was in a warped forest, so I actually had an insane amount of endermen spawn there. I don't think I've ever had this much, ever. And getting pearls in this version is really nice, because you can't really rely on bastions for pearls unless you visit 2. Once in the bastion, I gave piglins gold, yada yada yada, just make sure you don't die to brutes, and then made my way to a fortress. Killing the dragon was great. It was gonna fuel me with all of the levels I could ever need. But you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to stop in the library and get all of the bookshelves that I needed. So I actually had to go all the way back through the nether, like 800 blocks, traversing through lava, throwing pearls, just so I could get the bookshelves from the stronghold. And I almost forgot again as I was running through the thing. So now that I had a decent pickaxe and a phenomenal axe, I felt comfortable going into grinding out resources mode. This is what my screen looked like for quite a while. To be fair, I started crawl mining with water. That was kind of fun. Dang, this room looks cool, fully cleared out. Oh my gosh, I just listened to such a good song, bro. Flatline by 5 Seconds of Summer. Sorry if that was random. There will be many more mentions to music during this video. I was just jamming out. The point is, I've been procrastinating you for far too long. We just need to like start doing something, bro. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here for friggin' ever. Wait, but no, I need the other types of logs before I can do it. I wanna make a transition from dark to light as the trunk gets taller. So I decided to get some cherry and spruce. There's some good variants in there. And the whole time I'm just listening to music. This is where the conversation about music starts. Dude, you know what song we need to follow this up with? Avalanche by, what's his freaking name? Christian French. I just want to start building, bro. I don't want to stall more, but I don't have the blocks. I need the blocks. I don't even know if I need this much spruce. Now I'm just yapping. You got me in a yapping mood. Probably most of this video has been straight over voiceover. Straight voiceover. I love my job. Oh my gosh. Where be the zombie? Yo. Out of here. Yo, what's another good song we could follow this up with? Oh, they all have like a certain vibe. Oh, there's a good one about like vampires. I feel like there's a good, maybe not about Vicious. I can't, dude. Don't ever ask me for the lyrics to any song ever, even if I love it, bro. I thought I knew Hey There, Delilah well. I just don't. I did it at karaoke. I actually did okay at karaoke. Lyric-wise, though, oh my gosh, brother, it's so tough. All right, let's see about this trunk, shall we? We have a couple different kinds of wood. First, I want to order them by darkness. I assume it's just so purple. That one's very purple. This feels like a pretty good spectrum though. That's a lot of blocks. I'm not sure if I want to use all of these. You know what? Let's get a little wild with it. Building is all about experimenting. We're gonna friggin' start with the cherry wood. Yeah, that's right. This is meant to sort of resemble a more like wet version of the wood, I think, because it would be more moist the lower down you go. I think this is chill. I also think I got way too much wood. And I'm listening to music right now, so I just don't even know if I'm speaking properly. I'm jamming out, bro. Before I went any further, I thought I should decorate around the tree, so I added some coarse dirt and some path blocks. How does that look? Looks like more of a mess. I think that's the goal. I'm going against Branzy's wishes of saying the trunk, you should curve it. I kind of want this tree to be very proper. I want it to be like an A+ student, you know? It's gonna be naturey, but it is gonna be straight up and down, because it's copper. It's copper. It's like coppery gold-ish kind of a tree. That's my thinking. So I added a layer of spruce as the next color in the gradient, but it didn't look great yet, so I decided to strip it. Dude, how could I forget? Oh my gosh. Cheekbones! Duh! Cheekbones and wait, what is it? Cheekbones and light like you. If you expected just a building video today, I'm afraid you were mistaken. I was honestly just listening to a lot of music while building, and I normally don't do that. But she's my only type, from her fingers to her cheekbones, taking me to places only. What are we thinking? Yo, I want it more like spiky, I think. I think that makes sense. Oh, why is the purple kind of low-key bad? Dude, it might be better if we just strip it all, though. So as you can see, there was a lot of debate, going back and forth, testing different things. I tried to make the trunk slimmer, then thicker, then have some holes in it. The holes were not a good idea. It was slow going, but it was going, and eventually we got to a goodish place that kind of sort of works, and I think we can move on. Probably could have done this all in one day if I tried really hard, but it's been quite nice actually to take breaks and take things slow. Today, basically, is what I'm getting at. I want to build branches, and I think we'll start out using dark oak. My thinking with the branches was to shape them like branches. I know, revolutionary idea. Thicker at the trunk, thinner elsewhere. Sometimes they branched off, you know. Dude, that's why they call it branching off, because it's a branch. I've never connected that before. It was going well. I did die, though, and lose 39 levels. That was a little rough. I don't know if I'm going to be able to judge if it's good or not until I'm most of the way done. I think I just have to trust the process. And that process might be wrong, low-key. Like, for example, my process was to add spruce on top of the dark oak to sort of mimic more sappy wood. I don't know if it actually looks better. But I was pretty much done with the branches and decided to move on to the leaves. Here's what I'm thinking for the leaves. I want a sort of 3D effect. So if we make a leaf like this, I want to add some grates on top of it to make it look 3D. I had to channel my inner Leaf. What does that mean? I don't really know, but I've played Minecraft for, I don't know, 15 years by this point. When did I get it? 2011, 20... I played Minecraft for 14 years by this point. So I'd like to think I have a decent idea of shapes that sort of maybe look like they flow within Minecraft. Not that there's any trees this big in Minecraft or leaves that big for that matter. I just spam stuff in places that I thought it might look good. See, like, I think this is good. I think this is just works. The copper grates are what honestly made this build what it is. They already kind of look like leaves, and it gave a great 3D effect to the whole thing. Very proud of it. Uh-oh. How's this looking? Dude, I think this is just looking good, right? That's just good. Just saying it's fine by me if you never leave, and we can live like this forever. How is it looking? That's a tree. You can tell that's a tree. Okay, I started running out of things to say, and for the most part, it's just spamming copper for the rest of the video, so here's some music. Maybe it's a little montage. I think there's some voice. I don't really know what this edit is, but it's a video. I'm getting to just the upper branches. I think we're starting to add the roof of this thing. Dude, this is just good. I was worried there wouldn't be enough leaves, but no. Okay, this is actually looking really, oh, I was gonna say fleshed out, but there's like some major holes here. Let me fix these real quick. Like, can we really get better than this? I think the top looks good. I think the bottom maybe looks good. Dude, I like this. The only thing that's maybe wrong is the trunk. I think the trunk could be slimmed down for sure, so that's what I'm gonna do real quick. Let's just freaking call it there. Let's freaking call it there. I think we go into creative now and take a real good look at it. How do we do? Dude, that's just a tree. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's kind of... Dude, it's actually really front heavy. This view of the tree does not look very good. Oh, this view is pretty good. I think, like if we look above it, like, yeah, we just need to shape more on this side, I think, maybe. But overall, it's good. And the inside of it has a lot of space, too. If I actually was building a base, this would be kind of a sick place to build it. This is the worst angle, for sure. Like, right here, like this. This probably is the worst spot to look at it from. But all the other ones, I like this angle. Yo! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's quality, that's quality. That's the backside of the tree too, bro. How did we get it to look so good? Anyways, thanks for watching the video. I think that was cool. Leave a comment what you would like me to build next, because if I do another one of these, which I kind of want to, I think it'd be cool to do one of the top comments, and you guys are good for brainstorming. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.